So Osbourne co-wrote the song that he's about to sing. We'll play a little bit more of it in just a moment, but he co-wrote that with Jim Vallance, and Jim joins us now from New York City. And I know you worked with Ozzy Osbourne here in Vancouver. How are you reacting to the news of his death?
Really sad. I mean, we knew he wasn't well, but I wasn't quite ready for this. It's a sad day.
So Jim, that was a great song that you guys co-wrote. What was it like working with Ozzy Osbourne on that?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, I've worked with some interesting people over the course of my career. Steven Tyler, Tina Turner, Bryan Adams. But when people ask me who's your favorite, I always say Ozzy. He was just the sweetest man. And had he not been a singer, I think he would have been a stand-up comic, because he was not just funny, he loved to make people laugh. And so he was so much fun to spend time with, because you just laughed. It was hard to get any work done. He just wanted to make you laugh all the time.
Yeah, you tell a story about, and I think it was here in Vancouver, right? You tell a story about going out to dinner, you and your wife and Ozzy Osbourne and I guess members of the band Chicago. And all these years later, you and your wife consider it one of the most entertaining nights of your life.
Well, you wouldn't think that Ozzy and Chicago would be compatible, but we went out for dinner, and again, Ozzy just took over the table, and he had us laughing the whole night. And yes, all these years later, it's still one of the most memorable outings I think I've ever had.
Yeah, so it's interesting, right? Here's a guy who, I don't know if he came up with this title himself. He certainly didn't mind it, I don't think. Prince of Darkness. And yet it turns out you call him one of the funniest people you've ever been around. The other thing is, on his reality show, he played the kind of bumbling dad who can't figure anything out. And I think you also can tell us that away from those reality show cameras, he was hardly a bumbling fool at all.
Not at all. He was very bright. Very, very bright and hugely talented. Never at a loss for lyrics when we were writing. Melodies. He was just so good at what he did. And again, very intelligent. Not at all like he appeared on the television show.
And so, as a musician, Jim, tell us about what you think the legacy of Ozzy Osbourne will be in the music world.
Well, I hope he's remembered for what a wonderful pioneer he was in the metal genre. But Ozzy once told me, he said, if I live to be 100, he said, if I find a cure for cancer, I'll only be remembered for biting the head off a bat. And and if you know the story, it was at a concert one night, and it was around Halloween, and someone threw a bat on stage, which Ozzy thought was a rubber bat. And he picked it up and he bit the head off, only to discover, to his horror, it was actually a for real dead bat. So he had to have a series of tetanus shots, and he's never lived the story down. It was his, I hope that's not what he's remembered for, but that was his fear.
Yeah, I got to tell you, like when I heard of his death today, obviously sad, but that bat story was maybe, I'm sorry to say, one of the first things that I thought about. And I'm curious, Jim, when you finally got a chance to meet him, like, did you bring it up? Were you nervous about bringing it up?
No, not at all. No. I mean, he's the one that brought it up.
Listen, one last thing, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think when music greats pass, we have the opportunity on our streaming services to listen to anything. What should we listen to tonight to remember Ozzy Osbourne?
No More Tears, not one that I wrote, but it's one of my favorite Ozzy songs. And it shows the sensitive side of Ozzy. And as I say, he was just the sweetest man. He was a lovely, lovely human being.
Sweet, funny, smart. This is the nice thing about talking to somebody who knows him away from the cameras, because we get the real story of Ozzy Osbourne. Jim, thank you very much for speaking with us tonight.
Thanks, Ian.
Jim Vallance, Canadian songwriter and producer who wrote 2 songs with Ozzy Osbourne.